I'd say I'm more familiar than the average American. I feel like most people don't know, the Epic of Gilgamesh. They don't know Humbaba trying to eat the world. They don't know other forms of various ancient literature, like how Greek and Roman mythology are nearly identical because the Romans are lazy and just tried to steal it. So when Rome took over ancient Greece, they realized that they wanted to create their own independent religion, but they also knew that it's really hard to get people to adopt different holidays, different gods, and everything else. So, similar to how modern Christians celebrate things like Christmas and Easter that formerly are pagan holidays, the Romans merely translated and adapted Greek mythology into their own writings, translated it into their own language, and called it brand new. While I'm not an expert, I think I have a basic grasp of the ancient polytheistic religions, which comprises almost entirely of both ancient storytelling and ancient literature. So, most ancient literature of this time is either extremely similar or a near perfect transcription just from one to the other. Picking a favorite piece is actually really difficult for me because from a young age I was a giant fan of Greek mythology and Norse mythology specifically. The story of how Thor rescued Freya by essentially cross dressing as her and going into the ice giant's cavern and then killing them with Mjolnir is a favorite story of mine. But I think my favorite ancient story would have to be the story of Persephone and Hades, about how beautiful young daughter of a goddess is kind of lured into the underworld and she eats six pomegranate seeds. When you're in Hades, if you eat any food of the underworld, you will be bound to stay. And so, while she was not aware of this, her mother and Hades were. So Persephone was the most beautiful girl in the land, and Hades wanted her to be his queen, the queen of the damned or the queen of the underworld. And so, for 6 months out of the year, Persephone lies in Hades, and her mother, who is the goddess of nature, grows sad, so the world goes cold, the crops die. And then, during the 6 months that she's with her mother, the world warms up. Flowers grow because the goddess of nature is now reunited with her daughter. It's a beautiful way of saying how a mother's love is essentially what warms the world and keeps it healthy and new.